Hi, I'm Sandy Powell, President of Powell Industries. Thank you so much for taking time to meet with us today regarding your production supplies.
So why Powell Industries versus all the other choices that you have out there?
Well, I guess just because, you know, the aggressiveness you guys have, the service you have, you're easy to get a hold of. You know, Scott's a phone call away. If he's not already here, half the time he's already in the plant. So it's just easy. You guys just make it easy.
Powell Industries is the best choice, I think, for auto refill programs for our customers in the Northwest because we bring something to the table that nobody else does. We have a lot of knowledge, and we've been doing this for a long time. We have great stocking locations in all the major cities that we are located, but also we have a really unique twist on things, being that we have such a variety of products that we do, not just with the consumables, but with the capital.
We have another vendor who does an autofill program for us, and they deliver boxes and cartons and packing materials. They don't even come close to the accuracy that you guys have.
Really? How so?
Oh yeah, we're running out of stuff all the time and have things that we don't need.
Why did Transtector choose us?
Oh, for the very same reason that Servitron or AMX or Tate has used us. We provide a very unique service for them that nobody else provides. We're local, we're in the territory, we stock for them, we deliver, we're experts in the materials that we have.
Our program with Powell Industries saves me time and money, not having to manage these parts on my own or having the people in the shop try to manage their inventory. They're busy doing other stuff and don't realize they run out until it's gone, which is kind of par for the course in most industries. So having an outside vendor manage that inventory for me saves the shop people worry and effort to try to manage all these items. It also saves me all the purchase orders, having to cut purchase orders for 100 different items.
The reason that we do business with Powell Industries is because Powell approached us years ago about doing service that we couldn't get from other suppliers of the same kind of products.
The personnel that we help free up time for in the companies that we service could be a production manager, it could be accounts receivable, it could be shipping and receiving. It really kind of depends on the size of the company.
The following videos are things that we feel make the biggest improvements and things that really count when it comes to auto refill programs. Some of these may be very subtle, but some of them are very powerful. So here you go.
I am largely responsible for making sure that our vendors are working with us in holding their pricing as well as getting products to us in a timely manner. I make sure that all of the customers are taken care of with their products to make sure that you are never lying down and that you have what you need when you need it.
For one particular account that we took over when I first started, they had a Breadman program going, but what they were finding, they were giving the person liberty to come in and check the material and order as needed. But what they were finding was they were overstocking quite a few areas and not communicating with the people on the floor if something had been moved, and investigating if they saw something strange. So
the thing is, we're there, once a week, twice a week, making sure of that you're never lying down, that you always have all of your stuff. And I just think it's amazing that a company goes in and spends that much time with their customers, even having a bunch of different customers. Every customer feels like they're your number one customer.
We've gone out and tested the pricing a few times over the course of the relationship, and you're competitive. I mean, I think if I was to take one item and single shop one item, I might be able to go out and find it a nickel cheaper. But you got to kind of look at the big picture too. And so that's what we try to do. And looking at the big picture, it's good value.
How about the price
That
changes?
is just not a license for you to raise your prices.
No, I was just going to say the prices are going up tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
What comes into play in the auto refill programs is I have the ability to see trends for the products that they're using. For instance, if they're trending very high in solder paste, I'll go over and I'll talk to the production manager, find out if they have extra boards that they're running this week for a no-clean solder paste, for instance, or if decreases usage based off of their forecasting, and I can apply those to the orders that I place every week so that they don't have too much material or not enough.
We're not going to order stuff that we don't need. They're really in tune with, our business, and that helps.
In the 6 years that I've been here, I can't remember an instance where we put a customer lying down.
In many manufacturing facilities, they were throwing solder paste away prematurely. We have gone in and shown them and taught them how to save money by getting the most out of their solder paste processes.
The equipment that we purchase from you, the MyDatas and the screen printers and the reflow ovens and whatnot, we've bought other equipment from other equipment dealers, and boy, once the sale's done, they're long gone. They don't come around again until they're trying to make another sale. And you've always been good about how's the installation going, are you happy with us, or any issues? And there have been issues, as you well know, and you've always worked it, even after you've made the sale and the money's in your pocket. You seem to still be concerned about it. Mm-hmm. So that kind of helps too with the auto replenishment system, because there's a trust that's been built up there,
right?
From those purchases as well.
Occasionally, I will shop you guys' prices online just to make sure that high dollar items are in line with what we can order them ourselves. There's always a little difference, but most of the time you guys are a little lower than what we can get, and the service that you offer more than makes up for a little bit of price difference.
But I haven't been involved in having to negotiate prices with our packaging supplier or our supplies on pricing, because it hasn't gone up a great deal in the last few years.
I have done cost comparisons with other companies, and Powell Industries does have a good pricing program with the items they stock for Asemco.
We don't have to spend time taking stock of items, ordering them, tracking them down if they're not delivered, putting them on the floor, and that's a weekly, those are weekly chores. Mm-hmm. We'd have to hire somebody just to, do that, and, it's a huge convenience for us.
We run very lean. We have small satellite locations in all of our cities. We have the right amount of staff based on the dollars that we are doing in that city. We control our inventories by trying to get turns of somewhere between 15 and 20 turns of inventory per year. We also try to use common materials from one customer to the next. That's not always possible, but 80% of most of the lists on the auto refill programs that we manage are the same part number, same item, and same package.
We also are always on the hunt for new vendors that are in the arena. We go to trade shows each year and scour all the different new manufacturers to see what they've got and make relationships with them.
Well, and if we need the technical expertise from your suppliers, from AIM or from whomever the manufacturer is, you guys are really good about getting that expert representation in here.
Also with the capital, it allows us to understand the process much more fully so that we don't just bring in exactly what you have on the program, but we can try and introduce you to other products that might be coming new into the arena from new companies, or just as technology changes, there's always something new and different out there, and we want to make sure that our customers are seeing that.
I never enter an order in the system unless I have a purchase order and a purchase order number, because then I know it's from the customer, and you know, that's what they're ordering. It's just not a random list of stuff. You know.
People will ask me for materials that they need, and I'll go to the appropriate person and ask for the authorization to bring the materials in. There may be a question as to why they need it, how much materials they really need, but typically we circumvent that by asking the questions to the right people to get the stuff on order that they do truly need.
Something unique that I do is I pull each individual order for our customers' auto refill programs, and I monitor not only shelf life issues that are on those products that demand that, but I look at each item that we're bringing and do a quality control check for each item before it is brought into your facility to make sure that we have the correct stock, that you're receiving the correct item, and that you're receiving the correct quantity in a two-step process. So this is something that has proven to reduce the amount of discrepancies in orders and ensured 100% reliability.
Being able to purchase items on a credit card or a purchase order, Powell Industries, working with Sandy and Sam, have been very flexible on how we're able to do that. With my credit card, I'm only able to purchase so much. Then a PO just takes a little longer.
You're very Johnny on the spot at refilling our supply when we have an unusual need that consumes parts that we weren't planning to consume.
And then over the years, the service has been excellent. Gone through iterations as time's gone by, but Scott does a good job for us, and people you had prior to Scott also did a good job. And you've always been there, a phone call away if we needed to elevate any kind of a situation, which fortunately doesn't happen very often. But it's worked well.
We have some pretty dicey weather situations in the winter, and I don't know how Scott makes it sometimes, but he does. And he's always here, you know, friendly and smiling.
If they run into a situation where their min-max level's too low, you urge them to raise it.
Like I said, it's a pretty solid program you got going.
I don't think I've ever found anything that is out of line with Powell.
We hope we have the opportunity to earn your business and help you with your production supplies, and hopefully save you a lot of time and money.
If you were asking me how could I sell my service to you if I wasn't already providing it, the issue would be trustworthiness. The issue would be responsiveness and accuracy. You can be highly trusted but inaccurate and have a problem. You can be really accurate and even really responsive but dishonest, and it wouldn't work. Or you can be honest about all your dealings and very accurate about how you do it, but you could do it in a way that that over-inventoried us. I suppose that would be a trust issue there too. Those are the three things I think are key, and you've proven over the years that we can trust you, that if there's a mistake it gets fixed right away, that you won't overstock us and overcharge us, and that the service and the immediacy is dealt with the way it should be. So we don't have any reason to want to look for someone else.